G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Vale Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Vale and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Vale Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-footers Sailing Club,
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7,
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds,
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery,
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Haval H6 from $29,990.
Welcome back to Rose Point Park in Singleton, ladies and gentlemen, for a very, very important 5th versus 6th fixture between hosts the Singleton Roosters and the travelling side Killarney Vale Football Club from the Central Coast. With me in commentary is my regular partner and umpiring guru and resident legend, Lucas J. Holmes. Lucas, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, David. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And as we spoke before in this women's game, David, this is a mouth-watering clash this afternoon between two teams in that middle to bottom half of the 7, David. Singleton always strong at home, visiting Killarney Vale Bombers with some very handy plays in their side, David.
Yes, there are. The Singleton Football Club, 2 Alex Mitchell, 4 Andrew McPherson, 5 Brandon Quinn, 6 Andrew Scott, 7 Brenton Potter, 7 Sam Brasington, 9 Dane Coburn, 10 Scott Moore, 11 Ethan Collettue, 12 Richard Wilkes, 14 Jackson Collettue, 15 Ben Graham, 16 Cameron White, 17 Jared Ingram, 18 Brad Hicks, 19 Sam Howard, Zach Bray in 20, Bradley Barnett 21, Alexander Kidd in 22, Tristan Chalker in 23, Travis Bates 25, Jacob Welsh 30, Lucas Holmes.
The Killarney Vale Australian Football Club, David, 1 Dan Cartwright, 3 Brady Rankin, 4 Justin Lloyd, 5 Paul Blaine, 7 the coach Scott Reed, 10 Ben Simpson, 11 a big laid out David Brendan Lewis, 13 Kyle Wolford, 14 Connor Riley, 15 Josh Mifsud, 16 Campbell Wilson, 18 Michael Forster, 20 Lachlan Wilson, 22 Lachlan Walters, 24 Jaden Banfield, 26 Ryan Coughlin, 32 leg ruckman Tim Musterhoff, 34 Sam Jabor, 38 Liam Banfield, 44 NJ Convey, 49 Mark Adams, 82 star Dane Amity, and laid in David, 12 Gillian Stevens.
And Lucas, Michael Smith's just next to us here. Justin Lloyd is out. Brendan Lewis is out. So Justin Lloyd in 4, not playing.
Yep.
Brendan Lewis in 11, not playing.
Yep.
And Michael's about to give me the final player right now as the whistle's blowing. Can you keep an eye on the toss, please, Lucas J?
I can, David. Thank you. Both captains just being taken to the middle for Killarney Vale, Tim Musterhoff. You expect Andrew Scott to come out here for the Singleton Roosters.
And number 50 is the last player in. Thank you, Michael Smith, the football operations manager at Killarney Vale. Richie Lyons in 50. Thank you. They will. Yep, just go to him. He'll sort that out for you. Oosterhoff coming in for the toss. He's been in superb form this year, Tim Oosterhoff. And here is one of the best players in the league and in country New South Wales, the sublimely skillful Andrew Scott. Just to give you an indication of how Andrew Scott played football at representative level. He absolutely carved up AFL Canberra in the second quarter at Marnock Rival, did he not, Lucas Holmes?
He sure did, David, and moved him from the halfback flank to the defensive centre position and absolutely had a day out.
He did. Andrew Scott won the toss and is kicking down to where the trains are running, which is to the right of screen. So Singleton running south and Killarney Vale running north. This should be a great game. We're sitting here next to Mark Rosa, former coach of the Singleton Football Club, and best and fairest medalist in the league many years ago with Wallsend West Newcastle. Many years ago. It's great to have you here, and you'll be very... Lua had a very good game in the women's game. She was very competitive.
She's got the genes, mate. She's got the genes.
She certainly has. Now, where's Vahid these days? Which part of the world's he in?
He's still at home. He's doing uni and pretty busy. He's lost a little bit of interest in footy, but he said he might come back one day.
That'd be good. I was just reading through Best and Fairest, and I saw this M Rose, and I thought that couldn't be, and it is. So that's a long... 89, was it? Isn't that amazing? No, it's great to have you still involved with the football club. I saw you get a couple of knock-in resis there, and you must be very proud of your daughter. She's doing a good trip. She played very well today.
Yeah, she actually loves footy. A late bloomer, but loves it. Improve on her kicking, she'll be good.
Good on you, Mark. Thank you for talking to us. It's great to see you up here at the football, mate. You are a legend of our league, and to have your continued presence here is wonderful for all of us. Thank you very much, mate.
And just quickly before we get underway, David, the umpires for this afternoon's clash. Field umpires Sam O'Brien, Ryan Stanton and Tom Stewart. Running the boundary this afternoon, Colin Goodenough and Byron Flockhart. And in goals, Rachel Goodenough and Chris Burrows. And the goal umpires, ladies and gentlemen, are wearing their Big Freeze beanies this afternoon to coincide with the Big Freeze happening at Newcastle No. 1 Sports Ground this afternoon. And the Singleton Football Club are also wearing white socks to honour this occasion as well.
All the best to everybody at Newcastle No. 1 in a little while, in the next hour. Massive afternoon for raising money from this insidious MND. And we wish everybody at the Newcastle City Football Club, Gosford, and everybody at No. 1 a terrific afternoon. And let's raise hundreds of thousands to get some research done. And quite simply, Neil Danaher is an inspiring man. With my great partner, Lucas Holmes, we're about to have the privilege of calling what should be a cracking game of football, and I do mean that sincerely. Big out for mine, Bryce Singleton, with work commitments for Killarney Vale. Let's have a look and see where Scott Reid ends up during the day. Yes, I can see he's in the centre, but I wonder whether he'll spend some time forward as well. Lucas Holmes, go on.
Looks like Andrew Scott's gone to Scott Reid as well, David. That will be something to watch throughout the afternoon.
Oh, gracious me, Scott on Reid, look out. Just all sorts of opportunities here for some great football. Umpires, Stanton's got the football, and we are away. Black Diamond football, here we go. Oosterhoff, oh, that's a falcon actually, extraordinarily, on Kidd's head. Amazing, good start of the game. Tack it out of it, Reid's going to get the first touch. Long kick out. Mark, no, always thought that was taken almost quickly by NJ Convey. Comes back, butters up for more, gets a lovely handball out. Left-hand handball comes out. Killarney Vale flying down the flank here. Can they get a clean possession? No, they can't at the moment. The handball comes backwards. Having some trouble with my eyes at the moment. I think that might have been Waters out the side there. And Colin Goodenough says we'll have that ball up right down in that cricket net pocket here at Rose Point Park. Ruck coming in. No score so far. Early doors here. Scott moving trips around. Kidd short throw in, I think, by Colin. And he'll come in a couple of yards. Ryan Stanton says, please throw that one in again. Jared Ingham over on our right. 100 gamer today in 100 game senior football for the Roosters. Great job. Well done, Jared. Tap out there from Reid actually in the ruck work. Immediately be set upon that. I think that's Scott actually in underneath all of that pile. And no, it wasn't actually. I got that one wrong. Reid's in the ruck again. It actually stays out of the contest and tries to rove it. Interesting tactics, Lucas. Miffy's in under there. Josh Mifsud. Quick kick comes out, throws it on the boot. Marking contest. Ustav goes straight through, but President holds his form and takes a mark. He's away. Long driving kicks, a beauty to position. Oh, here's a chance early on. Left foot from 50. Oh, that's extraordinary.
Tristan Chalker, David.
Tristan Chalker, left foot check side from 50, has kicked the first goal of the day. Singleton one straight. One straight. Killarney Vale yet to score. 23. It's actually Cody Carroll. Oh, can you just continue on with commentary?
Yep. Goal there for Tristan Chalker as David ran through perfectly. Check side on his left foot there. Very good start for Singleton Football Club. Only a few minutes in, Singleton 1 goal straight. 6 leading Killarney. Vale no score here early on. Here we go again, Oosterhoff and Kidd. Here we go. Kidd goes up, gets his right hand back. Convey off the back of the square comes in. Gets the ball, Convey. No, over the top of the tackle. Not step play on. Another pack forming here, and you'd expect another ball up here to come in. In fact, the ball's squeezed out the outer side here, David.
Thank you. That goal kicker was Cody Carroll in 23, related to Dennis Carroll, ex-Sydney Swan player, down from my part of the world in the Riverina. Good mark coming out there. First, lovely hands, Brandon Quinn. Away they go. Scott's going to get in trouble. Got a handball out somehow. I do not know how he's done that. He's paid that holding the ball. That's an interesting decision. Out we go. Singleton got a chance here. Here's Quinn again. Goes inside 50. Trying to find Collichu, misses him badly. Away come Killarney. Short little scrubby, strange kick, really. Steps inside. He's in trouble. What play the free kick he did for it. That's consistent at least. Got to give him credit for that. All sorts of opportunities here. Pup Mitchell's up there. Bates is there. They're going to stay on their feet. Tackle made by Mitchell. Bates trying to throw his weight around. Handball comes out the back. Well done, Riley. Gets a kick out. They need a stoppage here, Killarney Vale. Shepherd should be made, and it's gone out, Lucas Holmes. So a frenetic start there, Louis. Thank you for covering that. So Cody Carroll is 23, not Tristan Chalker. And so there he was the first goal kicker, Louis. Over to you, mate.
Thank you, David. Yeah, very enthused start here by Singleton, as you'd expect at home, with another throwing coming in line with the forward 50 arc, David.
Thank you. Oosterhoff, Lee Ruckman, big right-hand tap out. Get down at ground level is Hicks. Goes backwards again. Should come square. And sitting there was Jacob Welsh, and he sits almost in the centre of the ground. Played very well last time we were here, Lucas, against the Lakes, you'll remember. That's a poor kick. Carroll couldn't pick it up. Oh, good tackle made. Very good tackle made. Slung a bit after it, but good tackle made by Scott. Welsh is in there throwing that rather large frame around. Short handball comes out. He's clever. Smothered off the boot. Out that ball comes. Reed? No, it wasn't Reed. I'm sorry. That was Wilson. Coming out wide, and that's Miffy. Josh Miffshot takes that ball. He's usually a very good deliverer and finds the coach. Reed. Killarney settling here. Magnificent lace-out pass to Convey. That's the sort of delivery you live for. Convey, Killarney Vale Jr., promising player. And, of course, I give him a rap, and Sam Brasington cuts in. Oh, that's almost 50, not paid. Brasington, one of the league's best players this year. Collichu's in front. Now, got to recover. Can't quite pick it up. Now he's got a chance. This bloke's important to them. What a delivery. He is such an important... When he is on, they are a dangerous side. Handball from Bates. Collichu flying on. Scrubs the kick. Carroll for his second in 5 minutes. Needs his left foot. Gets it out. Out the back is Bates. Sitting there waiting. Oh, that's dangerous. That he's gone straight across. And he's spotted him, though. Lovely hands coming out from Wilson. Nice step. Off goes the big man. He'll enjoy that. Oosterhoff. Ordinary kick. As is quite often typical, unfortunately. Convey's at ground level. Dragged out of there, I thought. Umpire, yes, indeed. O'Brien says that's a free. Reed running off. Long ball comes up, centre half forward. Oh, magnificent spot to the 369 game Ramity. Chops it up. Oh, what delivery. Should have been taken. Should still be a goal. Doesn't eventuate that way. Out comes Bray. Oh, great work off the ground. If that gets out of bounds, they've done a great job. And it stayed in. Oh, they're away. One bounce. Kidd, Ruckman. Kicked it like a Ruckman too, Louis. Quinn wants that one to stay in, do the Roosters. Looks for me. Oh, steps him. Kick the goal, son.
Out on the full, David, just in the near side.
That would have been spectacular.
That would have been, David.
Candy. Goodness me, Lucas.
It was started from that kick off the ground there from Bray to get about 45 metres to the outer side and somehow stayed in there. Kicked in and short and finds Cartwright, David.
Thank you. Coming wide. Down this flank. Right down in front of the con box. Big contest. Carroll's going to stay on his feet. Pulls off a great tackle and gets his play to ground. Carroll, scrubby little kick, looking for Collichu. Jackson, I should say. Tapped out, expertly done. Very cleverly done by Daniel Cartwright. And that'll be a ball up. So early doors here. 6 minutes 57 elapsed time on Lucas's tablet. Singleton, a goal. Killarney Vale yet to score. Should be a belter of an afternoon here. We'll try and get you some scores later on from other Black Diamond Cup. Magnificent tap-out work from Ustav. World-class stuff. Right at the back there. Oh, kicked off the ground cleverly. Anyone's ball here. Who wants it the most? Oh, lovely little handball comes out. Singleton trying to put pressure on here. Lots of pressure right next to the centre of the ground. Tackles, he's slung out of there. Coburn gets a tackle on. Handball should come out to Carroll. He'll want his left. Puts the speed on. Just gets a left foot in. Gets it forward. And because he was put off, intercept mark there by Simpson. And he's gone wide immediately. Looking out there for Wilson. Turns around. Got to put a tackle on. And dude, that's gone. Well done, the ruckman kid. And he's actually got a shot here, Lucas, from inside 50.
Sure does, David. Will take the shot from about 40 metres or so. And test his range, kid, from a very acute angle as well. See how he goes through his process here, David. Wonderful tackle. See, looks like a very slow, deliberate approach, and it is. Talk you through this. Kid comes in. Strikes it fairly well, gets a fair bit of air on it. It's going to fall short, however, to this outer side. And a mark taken. Just what you want from your ruckman, David. Tim Osterhoff. Osterhoff goes short and finds Mifsud. What does Mifsud do? Surveys his options. Goes long in a slight ball down the line. Well done there by Duxter there. Gets his hands out. Look for the hands over the top. In fact, he goes long down the line. Looking and for it, there'll be Walford. Walford immediately goes. No, feigns to Jabor. Walford goes inside, not marked. Goes to the outer side. Great shepherd there by Killarney Vale by Reed. Somehow gets his hands out. Chipped off his outside of his boot. Jabor runs into an open goal. Misses to the near side. Another point for Killarney Vale for the first point of the day. Singleton 1 goal straight 6. Leading Killarney Vale 1 point after just over 9 minutes, David.
Thank you, Lucas. Kyle Walford, Killarney Vale need him to get an influence in the game. This is a very different Killarney Vale side. They look very well organised, very well structured. As I said, Bryce Singleton not here, but this is a side that clearly is ready for finals football, in my opinion. Up goes Carroll, can't quite take the mark. Jabur again, handball out toward, and he's going to handball to himself. That's a good trick. Drano's got the football. He comes backward with a handball. Miffy's gone sideways, uses his left. Short ball. Poor, nearly nudge out, I thought. Not paid. Scott Reed's dangerous. Look out! Oh, geez, that's close. Just misses. Couldn't quite get it around. Killarney Vale 2 points. Singleton 1 straight. Almost 10 minutes gone. Rose Point Park. Wouldn't be anywhere else on a Saturday afternoon in June, would you, Louis?
Would not, David. As the ball's gone there, out to the other side from...
Jacob Welsh has got
Thank
football
you, Welsh.
now.
It was Cowburn with that initial kick, David.
Thank you. Cartwright leading the way here. 2 on 2. People are going to hold their feet. In there's Coughlin. Oosterhoff wants a handball back. They want to get him, put on the boot, and he does quickly. Sam Brasington's read that superbly and cuts it off.
Did very well there. Brasington called his team out of it, said it was his.
Goes down the wing. Good contest there, mate. Bates at least got a good lead there, provided a contest. And a crash ball. Umpire Stewart will say that's mine. And we've gone 10 3/4 minutes here in the first quarter at Rose Point Park on a splendid afternoon. You couldn't ask for better football weather. Not a breath of wind, glorious day, ground in good nick. Anyone's ball in there. Kid can't quite get it out. Backwards handball from Killarney Vale. Quinn's in there. Oh, well done. Really well done, Cartwright. Now he might be in trouble and gone. Try to beat one too many players, Lucas Holmes, and that's the bloke you don't want to go bump into because Andrew Scott's a very good tackler in an underplay for such a tall man. Comes backwards, finds Moore. Moore spotted an option there. Superb kick to
Ethan Colachew, David.
It's Ethan, is it? That's 14, thank you.
11 and Jackson 11, in 14. Sorry,
thank
David.
You, thank you. Oosterhoff where he belongs to be. Brace it to the back, tries to take a speck, he keeps it in. Mitchell! Can't quite get it out. Colachu's there and gone. Mitchell had on it too long. Well done by Bamfield at the last line of defence. Good defence. Oh, he's got the man bun. He'll be easy to spot, Louis. Out the ball comes to Coughlin. Little short pass. Brasington on the mark, and Coughlin goes wide. Beautiful pass to Waters, right on his chest. Goes down the wing, Waters. Another good lead. And coming in, thank you. That's Dylan in 12. Thank you. Yep, beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Coming backwards and finds Forster. Short. Holding possession here, controlling the tempo. Coughlin. Now he's going to go square. Mitchell can't quite get there in time. And Simpson's got the football, and they're going to come combox side again. So they've gone right across the ground to create space. And that's how you do it at such a wide ground like this. Wilson. Oh, it's going to be picked off by Colachu. Ethan. Got that one right, Lucas, did I?
Did.
Thank you. Long ball. One-on-one contest. Good use of the body by Cartwright. Oh, he's hurt himself. Cartwright's hurt there.
Yeah. What happened was David Brasington went to try and kick the ball along the ground, and in doing that, got Cartwright. That's why he was hobbling
in that
off
case,
the
it
side.
should have been a dangerous play for a kick. Would you agree?
Possibly. He didn't have his head over the ball, but still should have been paid, in my opinion, David. However, play goes on.
Lucas Holmes, for the first time today, he's agreeing with me, ladies and gentlemen. He's been very argumentative today. Off the ball comes. McPherson's in there. Crash ball coming. Wilson's in there. Ball held in, and umpire say that'll be mine, thanks. Misspelling here. Just checking Wilson's first name. He's Lachlan. There's a misspelling on our sheet, so Wilson. Very good. Tap out coming. Beautiful tap out Eastoff. He's just getting better and better. As for a young man, he's going to be a very good footballer when he's fully ready. Out of bounds, I think. Yes. Ball taken over by Waters. Boundary umpire in a really good position. And although he's behind the play, he had a great view of that one, Lucas.
That was very well done there by boundary umpire Flockhart. As Andrew Scott looks to come back on the ground, just waiting for the ball to clear this area.
Oosterhoff and Kidd. Oosterhoff double-hander. 20. Out that ball comes. Smothered from Wilson. Handball comes out. Killarney Vale looking very well organised at the moment. Wilson again. Went to ground and now danger. Can Killarney Vale make him pay? Look here, here's Jabeur. Another chance from 30 metres out. Can he make him pay this time? No. 3 behinds Killarney Vale. Jabeur's had two opportunities, 30 metres out. Absolutely in front. Wasn't a Lucas Holmes 45-degree angle, was it, Louis?
It wasn't, David. Referring to that set shot in the previous game, ladies and gentlemen, was Mr. David Redden. It looks like Singleton has set up a zone here, a huddle in the middle of the ground just on the 50-metre line, David.
It's almost a double huddle, Lucas, but yes, this is a specialist move. Let's see where the ball ends up. Scott's coming this side. Goes towards him. And, God, he's strong. He's just such a strong player. 50? Sorry, I don't know what the umpire stopped play for there, but anyway, that's fine. Carroll, good. He's got a good lead. Good springs, hasn't he, Louis?
Has this Cody Carroll tries to draw the play on the mark and does, David.
Another short ball coming out here to McPherson. Very courageous coming back. Couldn't see what was there. Goes back, does the women's coach for Singleton. Away they go now. That's Cam White looking for a lead. Where's the ground level? Mitchell putting pressure on. Just wasn't helped by the bounce of the ball. Oostoff is one of his regular mongrel helicopter reverse worm-burning kicks. Gets it 40 metres downfield. Waters. Stevens is over there. It's 3-on-1. Away comes Singleton, as you'd expect. Potter. Shorts. Should be paid, and is. Very strong player is Welsh. Very hard to get off the football when he gets it. Oh, terrible kick, unfortunately. Intercepted by Foster. And away he goes down the far side. Lovely kick. Really, really good to Stevens. The late in. He's going to go short here to Sam Jabeur, I reckon. Got him. Welsh tried it the last second and Jabeur's away. Looking at his options. There's not much movement forward of him. Goes long, which is the option you've got to go for. Scott nudged out of it. Trying to shepherd for his teammate Hicks. Good tackle made. And the umpire Stanton, one of our good mates here. Always good to talk to is umpire Stanton. By Ryan Stanton, and says, Colin, good enough, please throw it in, Lucas.
He does, David. Ball out on the outer side, deep inside Killarney Vale's forward 50. Ball comes in. Scott Reed's in the ruck. Gets nudged out of it, however. Reed comes in for more, tries to butter up. Dispossessed. Singleton come away with the ball. The switch is on. Very risky kick. Straight across face of goal. Killarney Vale got the numbers here. 2-on-1. What can they do with it? Ball has come out somehow conspicuously. One bounce there. Steadies up for the goals. Does the Killarney Vale player, and steadies and goals does Liam Banfield. Killarney Vale's first goal of the game, leading 1-3-9 to Singleton, one straight kick after 17 and a quarter minutes, David.
Hunter Vale, looking for a feature pack premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Vale and the range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Vale, give you more. Book your test drive today at East Maitland and Cardiff. Well done, Lucas. How composed was he? Just took his time, found a gap, put a step on, little shimmy through, very solid. Good. And, Fox Sports Pulse. Lucas is not happy, everybody. The tablet's, actually, we'll not get rid of that. That's just a work thing. You can get rid of that one. And we'll just come back to you. We'll get that live scoring going as soon as we can. We'll just log it. Lucas, we'll just do what they tell us to do. Log in and log out, mate. Just turn it off completely. And away we go with football here. Thank you, Louis. Down the wing it goes. Good game of football ensuing here. Over the football's Moore. Steps inside. Can't quite be accurate with the kick. White. Held in. Comes out now. Foster. Oh, does the turnaround and really does a good job in traffic. Tries to find Walford, who's been quiet so far this quarter. Throw or holding the man? Holding the man. So Walford gets a kick. Not called a play on. That's 50. That's 50 metres. Not paid. Stevens takes the mark at centre wing. Short ball comes in, beautifully intercepted by Welsh. Tries to stay on his feet. Now he's on his knees. Tackle made, and he'll get a free kick, I reckon. Does. Umpire and purpose. You want to be careful of the mouth. He'll get March 50. Still going on. Can't be being abusive because he's not been pinged. At the ball comes Wilkes. Runners are got to get out of the way. Ingram gets it out. Trouble. There's lots and lots of people around the ball, and the one standing on their feet are kind of. If Ingram can get this football, he's done amazing. Well, he does actually. Mifsud handballs out the front door. Reed tries to get his arms free, gets it out. 14 is Riley. Going backwards. Lots of pressure. Good football. Banfield. Carroll. Jabor's at half back. Carroll's chasing. Gets Shepherd out the way. Jabor gets a hurried kick. Back door here. Potter. Will go long. Does. Was that? I thought it was our folly. Paid. Ustahoff in the best position possible. So we can forget the timepiece, can we, Louis? That's right. Thank you. Ball coming back. Walford stands his ground. Thank you. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Mifsud steps his man, as you would expect. He's a small, nippy player. Delivery. Oh, good mark, Welsh. Geez, clever. He's a smart player. Short ball comes out and hits Wilkes, laces out. Thank you, Lucas. Well done, mate. Well retrieved.
And that time should be just a bit accurate as well, David.
Thank you. Well done, mate. Welsh has got a minute. Stevens, steps in beautifully. Like feet from the bigger man. Oh, good mark. I thought he'd taken that. I thought he had every right to take it. Brasington's been quiet in the last few minutes. Singleton on the ball. Killarney Vale actually had the runner play in the last 6 or 7 minutes. Been very good. Intercepting handball. Comes down line. Big contest right in front of us. Almost a beauty in the air. Not taken. Comes out backwards. Colachu, Jackson. One-on-one contest. Mitchell. Going to go over both of them. Mitchell's got to hold his legs here. Mitchell's got a chance.
Did Mitchell touch that on the line?
Should go with a kick. Soccer goal, Alex Mitchell. He's been watching the World Cup in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Alex Mitchell a goal. Second goal of the day. Singleton, 2 straight 12. Killarney Vale, 139. Lucas Holmes.
Belmont 16-footer sailing club. Located on the picturesque Lake Macquarie, Belmont 16s is one of the premier venues in the Hunter region, offering the very best in dining, promotions and entertainment. For all the latest news and promotions, visit 16s.com.au or find us on Facebook, the home of the Black Diamond AFL.
Mitchell kept his feet, they both did, used his body, came back, used the soccer tactics, very clever player.
I thought he did very well there, Alex Mitchell, because it looked like that kick from Jackson Colachu was going to dribble through, and Mitchell elected to sort of shepherd the ball over the line. However, it didn't make it, and Mitchell did well to pinch a goal there.
The league ruckman gets a tap out across his body, over the shoulder free kick given to the player who's about to get up, And that is Mark Adams. Comes square. He's the voice of Jabeur. Got a few touches this quarter, Jabeur. Goes short. Got to hit a player on the chest going that short. Comes back for a supporting handball. Mifsud, this is dangerous. Right foot steps, delightful. And I think he's going to miss to the right. Does. Killarney Vale, 1-4-10. Singleton, 2 straight 12. Almost at the end of the first quarter. And it's been a very good, even. This is the sort of football you want to get up and watch every weekend, Lucas Holmes.
It is very end-to-end from both sides. High quality transfer of the ball. Is this kicking's going to go high to this commentary box side? David looking for Collichu at the back.
Probably was entitled to take that, Ethan. It was uncontested in the end. Potter's in there. That on the full. I think it is. Just look, I thought that ball bounced on the full. James Newburn saying it went on the full. But I think the boundary umpire may have called this touched.
Yes. Correct, David.
And what I don't understand is why the ball's up here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a very interesting touch ball call. 23 and a half minutes gone by our clock. The Lucas Holmes special clock. Out there comes from Potter. Mifsud coming straight through. Oh, barreling through very hard. Gee, it's tough in there today. Going to be some sore bodies tonight, Lucas Holmes, I reckon. Jabeur for his 7th or 8th touch this quarter. Killarney Vale, well done there. He's got that ball forward. Opportunity. Amity. No, can't quite pick it up. Desperation defence. This is like watching the Singleton women's game. Goodness me, they were desperate. Up. Takes the mark. Important mark, Brasington. Shows his class. Goes short. 35-metre three-quarter wedge. Magnificent spot. Really hits him right on the laces out to White. There's 2 plays free here. This is the Ruckman kid. Should have gone with 2 hands, my son. They've mucked this one up a bit. In comes swarming Killarney Vale. Pushed out of it sideways. That's fine. Magnificent handball to Quinn. Now, can he hit Bates or Mitchell? Mitchell's one out with Ustav. That's dangerous. Bates goes to the punch. Ustav sitting loose, Lucas, in front of the full forward. Ball comes out and very well thought out. Mark taken by Riley off Simpson.
As he often does Tim Wolstoff sits that kick behind the play, especially in the back line, David.
Yes, that's correct. 26 is Coughlin, goes forward. Good mark, Brasington. Slung out of the bit, could have been considered for 50. Yes, but there's no one square to kick it to, Lucas. They're all blocked up. That's where he's gone. Is that the play you were talking about, the back pocket? Now, there's a free kick being given here for... I don't know why the whistle's been blown. Let's see what happens here. It might be a downfield free, but no 50. So, yes, there must have been interference with Brasington after disposal, but it wasn't a 50-metre type of free kick. So there we go. Free kick back pocket to the area that Lucas Holmes found. Wilkes out there. Helicopter punt comes forward, and that's quarter time in an excellent contest. Singleton 2 straight, Killarney Vale 1-4. Singleton's goals, Cody Carroll and Alex Mitchell, and a goal to Liam Banfield for Killarney Vale. Very clever goal. Lucas, just before we go to break, your thoughts?
Very entertaining first half. David Singleton had the ascendancy early, and Killarney Vale fought their way back into this contest, only trailing by 2 points going into quarter time.
Thank you, Lucas Holmes. We'll have a short break here at Rose Point Park. Be back with you shortly. We'll try and get a couple of scores to you from other games. Thank you. Okay, just a couple of quick updates for you. Black Diamond Cup games. Fayon Park, Warners Bay 7-7, Maitland hit the score. So, of course, here's Singleton 2 straights, Killarney Bay 1-4. Terragalowaca 6-7, Lake Macquarie a point. And in a remarkable scoreline to start, Cardiff 3-6 are being led by Wyong Lakes 4-3. And that game's at Hillsborough, so that's a remarkable scoreline. If that says anything like that for the rest of the game, that'll be the biggest upset in the history of the Black Diamond Football League. So Cardiff down to Wyong Lakes, Warners Bay shot out like a gate against Maitland, tight here, and Terragalowaca doing the business against the Lake. Lucas Holmes, we're back to the second quarter here. The play about to get going. So yes, good observation about Ustav sitting there in front of the full forward. And that means that Singleton have got one spare somewhere along the line. Kidd got a few touches in and around the centre area. So I'll be interested to see how they approach that. First dibs here. Singleton just in front. Another cold train here as on a glorious day at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Our next game, of course, will be Gosford and Lake Macquarie at Tulkabah on the 7th of July, Lucas. When do you go back to Bathurst, mate? You must be coming too far away.
That week.
That week, okay, right up.
The week off, first day back is the 9th, David.
Then, of course, the week after, we've got 5 games of football. I think I might need lozenges that day. We've done that before, I might add.
We have.
And you will be commentating a couple of games at those, I tell you. Redden will need to give the Thompsons a break.
We've done more in the past, David, but always great fun. Is women's round?
I think we did 6 last year, didn't we? Was it 6
or 7 games? Yeah.
It was a long day.
Finishing off with that wonderful fixture between Newcastle City and Nelson Bay, as it always is, David.
Yeah. And that was the day that Newcastle City put their foot down and said, "Come and get us. It's ours. We're the best side in the league." Now we've got a really interesting situation where Newcastle City Stars and Nelson Bay are both undefeated. The Novas are there or thereabouts. I don't think any other side can win.
No.
I just don't think they've got the quality. Killarney Vale will be competitive.
Maitland will be competitive.
Maitland will be competitive, but I don't think they can win. I just don't think they can beat those sides on any given day.
They can sustain pressure, but they play 4 quarter performances, all the 3 of those sides. Very good to watch.
Rock and roll time here. Oosterhoff and Kidd. There's all sorts of shenanigans behind the play there. Oosterhoff gets that big leap going and goes over the top. Handball comes out. Banfield gets that ball smothered off the boot. Touch called by the umpire. Carroll flying in. He'll want his left. Comes in from a distance. Keeps running at it. Bump comes in instead of going the football. Almost over the ball. Amity! Wind back the clock, big fella. No, couldn't do it. Reed just... Now they've gone to ground trouble. Reed's dangerous. Don't tell me he's kicked that over his head. He hasn't. He's missed. Behind, I can just see the goal umpire there. 1-5-11, doing the old Matthew Lloyd, if you've ever seen that goal. He kicked it over his head, Terry Danaher as well. Singleton 2 straight. 1 point the difference in a very, very good game of football here at Rose Point Park in Singleton.
Looks like this has gone this double huddle again. Breaking to the outer side there is Scott Moore for Singleton. He goes further than that, though.
And it gets to Zach Bray. So that's worked for Singleton a couple of times. Scott first and Bray the second. Interesting, they've gone the same direction each time with the double huddle. Pushed out of that one. And it's a good body contest, and we've got a ball up. Just the Killarney Vale side, forward side of centre. Brasington, where are the ruckman there? So there's the 2 main ruckmen, Kidd and Oosterhoff. Kidd has to stop Oosterhoff jumping. Get into his body, and Oosterhoff's going to grab that one because it's a short throw in. Turns around the corner. Lovely work, Oosterhoff. And a good mark taken, actually, Samuel Brasington.
Switch might be on here, David.
Yes, again, who to? There's no one running down that corridor. It was a good call of yours, but no one actually chose to run into it. Lovely Mark Bates. That's a very skillful effort by Travis. And he's been paid. Flying pass comes back with a 1-2 handball, goes a 1-2-3. Opens up the man. 1 bounce. Puts it up to this hot spot. And that might have gone out of bounds, I think. Just waiting on Rachel. I think it's behind Louis. Is Singleton 2-1-13. Killarney Vale 1-5-11. 2 points of difference. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter here at Rose Point Park. Our major sponsor, Hunter Haval, East Maitland and Cardiff. Short ball comes out. Has to be perfect and is to Coghlan. Coglan's takes this in between centre half forward and full forward. Not much movement up the front. Almost none. Starting to lead for him now. Goes wide. Low driving ball. Picks out Usthoff beautifully. And again, above his body, above his head, he's terrific, Usthoff. Comes back to Coggan with a 1-2 kick this time. And the Singleton player in Potter does very well to not give away a 50. 16's Wilson. Carroll actively on the mark. Joel Deacon's got to get out of the way in the pink, and he does. Looking, corralling. Scott. Oh, great work, Scott. He was so clever in what he just did then. Oh, good step. Well done, Moore. Scott's got a left foot away. Can he use it well? Mitchell. Carroll. Can Mitchell get it to Carroll? Carroll is unattended. Oh, great work in there. Needs to make a tackle. I'll just see that player's number. He's done an outstanding job. It could be Simpson, is it? It is. Really well done because Carroll was alone, Louis.
He did well to trap the ball in and not to give away a holding the ball free kick, did Simpson then, David?
Legal work by Usthoff, side on side, completely legitimate, knocked his player over. Base over apex. Mitchell's in there, puts a tackle on, Scott's in there. Mitchell gets a right-hand handball out. Needs to pick it up and have a clean possession. Over the shoulder, I reckon, against Bates. And paid. Ball goes back legally. 40-metre pass. Should have been marked by Moore. Here goes Dane Coburn. Left footer. There's players there. Bates. Oh, Usthoff comes over the top. That is definitely a deliberate tactic to shut down Bates, to have Usthoff roving across sort of in the slot, really, and providing a ruckman's-like sweeper role, Lucas.
Because we saw in that last game we did up here in that game, David, against Wong, how efficient Bates was forward, kicked a handful of goals that day.
When they let him go, absolutely, Lucas. They've done their homework. Oh, great smother. Well done, McPherson. This has got all the feeling of being a 10-goal and 8 game or 10-goal and 9. I'm not sure if it's going to be an explosive game of football. Two very well-matched sides. And unless Reid plays it full forward, and Bates is a strike forward, but I think Killarney are going to have to get him up there at some stage. Usthoff, dominant. Beautifully smothered. Keeping it in there, Singleton. Scott tries to tackle a second player, can't. Mifsud comes down the line. Magnificent pass. Just classy from this player, Mifsud, who's really getting fit and confident. And that's dangerous for everybody. The leapfrog by Reid. Good tackle by Wilkes, he's got him to get it out of bounds. Sorry, Carroll put the pressure on, and it's out of bounds on the full. It should be Cody Carroll's kick, I reckon. Right on centre wing. And the cold on Allied 10. Lyons is giving that ball back, and it goes back correctly to Carroll.
And that was a very good point you made before, David, about Reid having to play forward. And he hasn't had to in the past because Bryce Singleton's been there. But with Singleton being out today, Reid may have to be playing more forward. It was a very good bump there, side on from Singleton.
Correct. Short ball. Reid, above his head, unstoppable. Doesn't like the attention from Carroll. Carroll's on the mark. Can't go forward. Reid, short ball. Perfect to Lyons. Touched, and I reckon that's 50. No play on call before he moved. So Lyons, where will he end up? Let's have a look at Stan. I think just inside the arc. Ooh, he'll finish up in.
50 was paid out in front of us here, David, right on centre wing.
He's going to kick from 40, and he's gone. He hasn't stopped him yet. Reid's still on there, and in they come. Now they realise Reid's got it. Quinn can't kick it goal. Short pass, intercept mark. No, couldn't quite grab it. Coburn comes wide, has to be perfect. Isn't. Convey bundled out of it. It wasn't Coburn, actually. That's Coburn there. Carroll, natural left footer.
May have been Jackson Collichu, David.
Thank you. And Carroll's on his feet now. He's bundled out. NJ Convey, that ball's gone out of bounds right in front of Colin Goodenough. Perfect positioning. And it's still 2 points of difference. 6 3/4 minutes elapsed time into the second quarter. Singleton 2-1, Killarney 1-5. Wonder if they'll pay for that profligacy in front of goal later on. Lucas Holmes.
Mate, Reid's gone back into the ruck now, or maybe just rucking forward as he gets a scrubber kick inside forward 50. Singleton have got the numbers here.
Welsh.
Thank you. Welsh takes a mark and immediately wheels around onto his right boot. Plenty of space here for Singleton. It's 1-on-1. Who can win out? Singleton gets taps along to himself. Thank you, Howard. And it's Swire there in a tackle from Killarney, however, not paid. And has the ball gone out?
That's 100% deliberate. He's just grubbed that out of over touch. Has he paid it? Oh, gracious me. I thought that was blatant. Anyway, Oh, has he paid it? Yes, he has. So the umpire spotted that. He's given the deliberately out of bounds. That's the correct decision. There was. Oh, he hasn't. I swear there was a free kick given there. I beg your pardon, everyone. Interesting decision. Ustov, kid's got to get him off balance. Still can't. Howard. Oh, bunt. Whacked with a big tackle. Still gets it out. Another big tackle coming in. It's getting hard now. Both sides realise the importance of this game. Singleton can end up 8 points in front of Killarney Vale if they win today, and basically guarantee themselves, Lucas Holmes, a final. Well, they need a fifth spot. And they get the fifth there, they'll be very happy. That will probably get them a final against Warners Bay. Kidd, Ustov's too quick for him. If Kidd's got to go in and do, viewers, I'm going into Lucas and I'm going into his side, and Kidd needs to get Ustov off balance. If he lets him jump, he'll kill him all day. Out of bounds on the full, trying to get the ball to Bates.
Very mobile type is Tim Ustov, as we've spoken about before, David, all around the ground too, and that's where he'll have the advantage over Kidd this afternoon as well.
If the scouts were looking in Canberra at that representative game at Manuka, and they're looking for a young ruckman to look at, Ustov's got to keep getting phone calls. He's good enough, I'm telling you. He's not a great kick, but he's a very good player.
Only 19 years of age as well is Tim Ustov.
And that's the key. Get him a job and get him. There's opportunities there for him. Coming straight up the mark. Yeah. Oh, stepped him actually quite comfortably. Banfield did that very calmly. Stevens intercepted his own play there. Here's a chance. Amity. No, it's not Amity. It's actually Waters. Unselfishly. Now, Reid will get around onto his right. They've got to sit hitting on him on the left shoulder here. Goes to ground in front of McPherson. Tackle made. Push in the back. And paid. They knew they couldn't let him turn around because he's lethal when they turn around right foot snap. And they stop him. But with an illegal push in the back. So Reid, I would... now, Lucas Holmes, this is a 50 to 60 degree angle. Michael Smith in the background, operations manager for KV, said he's quite confident he won't be dishing off here. Yeah. I thought that'd be you, Michael Smith. You're a cheeky little rover. You never do dish off. Reid, 45 out. Let's have a look how he's done this. Oh, he's kicked that, I reckon. Oh, gee, I thought Reid had given that the celebration. Hang on, Lucas. It's one flag only. My bad. 1-6. I swear Reid thought that was a goal. Ball goes out wide, straight back down his throat, actually. Now he's a little bit too far out unless he absolutely laces it. Going to kick from 50 out. He's on the run. Chance. Let's see how he goes about it. At the back, Amity can't take it. And we're all square, I reckon. 1-7-2-1. And it's all square. Little bit of handbags at 10 paces. Drano should know better than that. McPherson's got the football. There he is. No, it's not McPherson. I beg your pardon. He's left-footed. And that's Quinn. Takes a comfortable mark. Very high up. Got a good jump, Brandon Quinn, for a little man. Oh, coming hard, Brasington. Takes the mark. Goes square, finds Kidd. Beautiful disposal and needs the handball. Should have given that. He was handballing that to a left-footed player too, Louis. Back it goes to Brasington. He's giving him a task here. Stevens has done exceptionally well after the poor disposal from Kidd. And away they go. Got to put a tackle on. Oh, he's done a great work there, is Wilson. And that might be holding the ball. He's taken on too long, taken on too much. And a good tackle put on there by Hicks. And he'll take the free kick given by umpire O'Brien. Touched. Away they go. Can they make him pay? Stevens gets a handball out, goes backwards. Quinn makes a contest. Colachu, Ethan, handballs well to himself, really, Louis. Gets out, can't hit Quinn, unfortunately. Colachu again, third effort this passage. Fourth effort, gets it out. There's his brother. Left-hand handball comes out. Brasington goes long. Should be a one-on-one contest. Push out. That's a push in the back. I thought that was clearly hands in the back. Paul Kelly's happy in the background. But anyway, Bates, using his strength, will kick Lucas from 25. Travis Bates is an interesting kick. He drops it with two hands. Watch him carefully. He's a two-hand dropper. There you go, straight on his boot. And he's posted it. Singleton, 2-2-14. Killarney Vale, 1-7-13. About halfway through the second quarter in what is a very interesting but low-scoring game here at Rose Point Park. Carroll, can he get a leap at it? They're away here, Killarney Vale. 2 have gone up. Jabor flying down the field. Drop punt, Reid takes the mark just inside 50. And it's interesting the difference it's made. Reid going forward now. Now they've got a target. This will be his 3rd shot at goal in about 2 minutes. Now, this is no angle. This is directly in front. And the coach will be backing himself here to just get this home. Singleton need to get men on the... Here they come now. Singleton need to get men on the line here. 55 out for the coach. Gets a decent piece of that as he kicked that goal. That is sensational if that's gone in. What a superb effort, Scott Reid, from a long way at 55. The score. Killarney Vale in front, 2-7-19. Singleton 2-2-14. Lucas J. Holmes.
GE Industrial Solutions, partnering with the mining community in the Hunter for the past 50 years, delivering safe and reliable electrical equipment and engineering services to our customers. Also proud sponsor of the BDAFL Women's Competition.
And Paul Kelly, we thank GE for their wonderful support of our competition. Thank you very much. And the support of the women's competition has been outstanding from you and the company. We appreciate it. Thank you. The great man sitting behind us, along with the football operations better. The two pretty good BDAFL men behind us, Michael Smith and PK. Great to have you here, fellas. And if we make the goal kick at least, you can clip me over the ear and we'll get it sorted. Ustav for the 30th time today. Courageous by Mitchell. Well, straight through. Sells to Canny and goes. Running on's Carroll. This is dangerous. Can't quite get a bounce. Got to pick it up. More. Oh, it does a lovely little bit of Canny. Now, kicking to Bates, 1 out. It's over the line, I think, from... Yes, it is. He actually didn't do Bates too many favours. He was kicking off balance, but Bates would have taken that kick in a tough spot. Louis, your thoughts?
Working their way back in Killarney Vale, the only thing that's going not well for them at this stage is their goal kicking accuracy. They're 2 goals 7, David, and only 5 points ahead.
And we would wait to see if that will cost them. 2-7 is not good kicking. Good, Colin, good enough for the throw in. Tap in. Oh, Red, magnificent. Quinn, finish. Smothered again. Gee, it's tough and tight. Really is. Colaci's in there. That's gone. Scott's at the bottom of the contest there saying, why didn't I get a free kick for a tackle there, sir? Is that Joey O'Brien's younger brother?
It sure is, David.
Thank you, Sam. Actually, Joey was here at Rose Point last time we umpired, I believe.
He was.
Carroll,
correct, David.
left footer. What's he done? No, that's going to go to the side. And Killarney might have a chance to counter-attack here. Great result for Singleton. Stoppage. Deep in. Andrew Scott will move the pieces around and orchestrate where they want them.
I would have loved to keep that in Killarney Vale. They had 2 players there, surrounded the ball with no one in their way.
Rove to Osterhoff here. You've got to rove to him. There it is. Quinn's done it again. And missed. Did you see that? Quinn's done that. He's done that deliberately. They're now starting to rove to him. Gustav's now got some thoughts to have. Killarney Vale trying to get things moving here. Not quite a huddle. There is a smattering of people at centre half forward. Coming Combox side.
Ustav at the back, David.
Ustav nudged out of that, actually. Jabur has been very good today. Banfield. 1-2 handball to no one. Hit. That's out of bounds. Good call, Colin. Good enough. Right in front of our mate James Newburn on the right-hand side there. Killarney Vale Black Diamond plate coach. Good supporter of ours he is, the great James. Unfortunately goes to the Swans, but no one could be perfect. Ustav he's almost a BOG at the moment. He's killing them. Long ball. Should be a chest mark, and he's comfortable to Potter. Got to be perfect. And now here's a chance. Can Killarney Vale make a play? It's a 2-on-2 contest. Huge contest here. Tripping or below the feet, Lucas Holmes.
A trip there, David.
Thank you. Away we go. There's the turnover. Waters goes wide. Finds Dane Amity in the auspicious number 82. Wide. Great ball to Reid. 2 very experienced. Now Reid's run around. He's opened up the angle. 2 goals to Reid, is it?
I think it is, David.
Scott Reid, the dominant forward on the ground. His 2nd goal in 8 or 9 minutes off a beautiful pass from Dane Amity. It's Killarney Vale 3-7-25. Singleton 2-3-15. LJ.
ISC. ISC has been at the cutting edge of designing and manufacturing apparel for elite sporting teams for over 20 years, and they're proud to be the official apparel partner of the Black Diamond AFL.
We're wearing ISC again now, Louis.
We sure are, David. Terrific gear.
My jacket's about 2.5 times the size of Lucas's, but mine's a circus tent, my friends told me. Killarney Vale, it's 3-7. Singleton needs some answers shortly. This has been a good quarter. The only 2 goals in the quarter to Killarney Vale coach Scott Reid is ensconced at full forward now, and I think Singleton's actually got some matchup problems. Mitchell into the middle, left footer out. They've actually quelled Scott this quarter. He's been quiet. Goes down hard. Colachu tries to put the spin move on. Brasington gets that ball out. Can they get a mark? No, Bates is behind. Good tackle. Jabua, who's been conspicuous today. Ordinary handball to Cartwright. That ball's kept in. No, it's not. Well, good pressure, yes, correct. Singleton down by 10 points and need a goal, Lucas Holmes. They have not kicked a major this quarter.
Sure do, David. Have plenty of time down in the forward half as well yet to kick a goal as you just anointed to.
Quinn, the set upon, dropped it, I thought, cold. Scott, left-hand handball at ground. Oh, no way!
Hit the
That's
post.
hit the post just. It's almost hit the flag. That was so tight. Singleton, 2-4-16. Killarney Vale, 3-7-25. Gee, that was close.
Which would still be a point if it did hit the flag as well, David.
Really?
Correct.
That's an interesting decision. Thank you, Lucas, for that. I would have sworn if it hit the flag, if you look at that flag, it's sitting at the back. Thank you for that. All sorts of plays around the ball here. Out comes Cartwright, fires out a handball. Ustaff with one of his mongrel punts again, gets 60 metres on that. 65. Well done, Ustaff, as an injured Singleton player is being helped up by Mark Rosa. And they've got to get him off quickly because they're down to 17. And Mitchell, big play. Very quick hands. He'll get a second possession in a row here. Got to pick it up. Does. Gets a handball out. Coburn. Goes square. That's got to be accurate. And he finds the right man for the Singleton Roosters in Brasington. Injured play there. He's just about to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Jackson Colachu, which is a good replacement for them. Out of Dane Aberdeen. Little short left footer. That should be accurate. Or it's actually kicked it to Mr. Nobody. Brasington 1-on-3. Crashes into players. Need a stoppage. Singleton outnumbered here.
Sorry to interrupt, David, but that injured player is Brenton Potter, number 7, and clutching sort of his middle, his sternum, his ribs or something like that, David. Must have been crunched in a tackle somehow.
And he's struggling down here in front of us. He's lying on the ground in an enormous amount of pain, Lucas. Kid tries to work his off that, and for once he does. Uses his body against him. Kid, well done. Real good second effort there, and gets some valuable meterage for his side, Singleton. 20.5 minutes elapsed time. The scores 3-7-25 Killarney Vale. Singleton 2-4-16. Umpire Flockhart with the boundary throw in, waiting for the ruckman to get into position. Oosterhoff and Kidd. Kidd's got to get body on him. Does. At least he's making a decent fist of that now. Oosterhoff's still a bit clever for him. Mitchell, Quinn, Banfield. Ball's just bouncing all over the shop. It is an oval ball. Quinn still putting pressure on. That's almost a throw. Little thought Maradona tactics come forward. Now all sorts of pressure. Bates shouldn't have the pace to go with Riley, and Riley turns him around. He's pressure put on though. Shabua, double-handed dropper as well, just like Bates. Ball comes through the middle. Big long kick. NJ Convey out. Lovely kick. Really good. And away goes Miffy. Got to step him here. Does. Too strong for Mitchell. Where's Reid? Not there, and Welsh reads that beautifully over Liam Banfield. Coming wide, it's a 1-on-2, got to take the mark. Doesn't, and away they go. Miffy's got the footy. Goes square. 1-on-1 contest. Stevens just can't get there. Coming through his Waters. Handball comes out. Lots of pressure here for Singleton. Trouble over the shoulder played by Stanton. Can't disagree with that. And Dane Amity gives him a mouthful. Mark taken there, Brasington, the cartoon arms, can pick him from a mile away. Mark, very good mark taken. That's almost 50. He's whacked him after. Well done there, Colachu. Big, strong man he is. Comes down the combox side. 1-on-1 contest. Ustaff should have the ball. Great contest, mate. Oh, Carroll should have picked that up. got a second chance now. Now, if he gets on his left, he'll do something useful with it. Does. Off to Moore. Goes long. One-on-one. Can Bates push off and get in front? He's in front now. Trips over his own feet. Riley's back there. Smaller player. Well done. Oh, well done, Riley. Needs this contest. The ball's going to go out. He's in trouble. That's almost holding the ball. Banfield gets it away from the danger area. Mitchell, chest mark, does well. Mitchell's got to get back on the mark. He's still over the mark. He's still over the mark. Square, Brasington on his own in the centre. Goes long, looking for and finding Bates, who misses a chest mark. Ustav tries to get out of ground level. There's Simpson. Little short dinky kick. Trouble. Kulachu can't pick it up. Puts a tackle on. No, it was actually Coburn that time. And that's Amity. No, he's not left-footed. Must be Waters. Lovely spot. That's a beautiful kick to NJ Convey. Right in the centre of the ground, just off centre circle. Goes wide. He finds Rankin. Haven't called his name today yet. Oh, good grab. Good positional play by Stevens, the late in. Now he's going to kick from inside 50. He's well entitled. He's entitled to go back. He's probably going to wait and see if Reed can get free. Ball comes off. Long ball. Misses to the side. Coughlin, thank you, Michael. 3-8-26. That's the big circle for me, Lucas. Will that cost them? Singleton 2-4-16. Ball straight down the spine. Oh, they're away. How have they worked that? That's extraordinary. Colachu's got a paddock. Take your time, big fella. What's he going to do? One bounce. He could almost kick this. And what's he done? Misses to the side. Singleton 2-5-7. How they worked that, I don't know. That was open pasture. Killarney Vale 3-8-26. How long left, guys, in actual time? 30 seconds left. 24 and a half minutes elapsed time here at Rose Point Park. It's a 9-point thriller here. Killarney Vale trying to get it out of their 50. They do now. Oosterhoff, he's just been superb today. Gets a mark. He's entitled to take a few seconds. He's taking his allotted time now. Goes short. Picked off by Scott. Singleton don't know how long's left. They have to move it now. Running on's McPherson. They need a mark now. That ball counts and will fall and stop. Singleton 2-5-17. Killarney Vale 3-8-26. Lucas Holmes, goal kickers, please.
Goal kickers, David. Firstly for Killarney Vale, 2 goals to Scott Reed and then 1 for Liam Banfield. And then Singleton, 1 goal for Alex Mitchell and a goal for Cody Carroll.
We'll come back after a couple of minutes break, and Lucas Holmes will give us a bit of run through on some finals action that's coming up shortly in August in the Black Diamond Footy League. Killarney Vale up by 9. Thank you very much, Kendall. Welcome back here to Rose Point Park at half-time. Lucas is off having a quiet sausage roll, as is his way at half-time, so it's my turn to give you a run-through, ladies and gentlemen, of the final structure in the Black Diamond Football League in 2018. Black Diamond board met this week and considered applications. So this is the rundown of the semi-finals and the preliminary finals. So note that it's a final 7 in all 3 grades, and there are 3 finals week 1, 3 days of finals, 2 days from week 2, and then the GF. Saturday the 18th of August, there are 2 separate semi-final days. In Tumbiumbi. On the 1st of September, the Saturday, is the grand final, Newcastle No. 1 Sports Ground. All finals days will be plate, then women's, then cup. So there'll be 3 games each. As we spoke about earlier on the women's competition, Lucas, there will not be a new women's grand final on preliminary final night. The women's grand final will be at Don Small. It'd be good to get out there and support the club. Again, those people that are doing stupid things at Don Small Oval and causing damage and things, go and get a life. Giants beat somebody. And Saturday, the 1st of September, Lucas Holmes, grand final day, Newcastle No. 1 Sports Ground. Lucas is going to run you through some halftime scores. I'll be fascinated to see, absolutely fascinated to see the Cardiff Wine Lake score. Lucas is pointing to me, so this could be real interesting. So, first of all, Warners Bay. You can go back to the full match centre and just give us the summary scores. You've got that there, or this one up here, that button there, the fixture button. Yeah. Okay, so...
You mean that
one?
You
yeah.
mean that button, David?
That button, yeah, the one that says fixture, Lucas.
Yeah, thanks,
good
mate.
man. So that's next week, and we're Singleton off to Wine Lakes. That'll be a big clash. And we'll just bring that up. Here we go. So, Warners Bay 12 goals 10, and Maitland 12 goals 10. That's 82, and Maitland they get the score. What a game of football evolving at Hillsborough. Cardiff 7-8-50, just in front of Wine Lakes 7-4-46. So 4 points at half time. And then here we've got a 9-point difference in Terrigal Avoca, 10 or 11 goals in front of Lake Macquarie at Tokobah Park in Terralba. We have a late game this afternoon due to the big freeze taking place right now at Newcastle No. 1, and Newcastle City will be playing Gosford later on. Can you just give me some women's scores, Lucas? Can you bring those up? Oh my goodness gracious me. History's been made in the Black Diamond Football League. Wallsend West Newcastle has beaten the entrance Baddo Bay by 1 point. Thank you, Ryan. So that is the first ever win for Wallsend West Newcastle, and that's the best news I've heard this year. Great work to the Swans. Newcastle City Stars 78-41 over Maitland. Warners Bay by 150 over Port Stephens. Wyong Lakes a very good win over Cardiff by 24. Killarney Vale Hill over Singleton. Terrigal Avoca a good win over Lake Macquarie. Nelson Bay doing the business at Muswellbrook. And that's final there. That's a good game of football. The Nova's pushed. Nova's 6-7-43, Gosford 2 straight 12. So that is just wonderful news. Congratulations, Wallsend West Newcastle. Have a great night tonight and enjoy that. That's a very special part of the evolution of your football club. And all of us here wish you all the best. So quickly, plate scores, Louis. Plate scores wins to Warners Bay by 60. Cardiff by 150. Killarney Vale by just under 100. That's that's now. So at the moment being played, the entrance Baddo Bay of 68 points in front of Wallsend West Newcastle, and up the road from us, up at Weirman, Muswellbrook doing the business against Nelson Bay. Back to the live scoring, please, and gives you a good run through. We've got some travelling to do in August, Lucas. Muswellbrook on Maitland, Don Small Oval, Newcastle number 1 a couple of times, Killarney Vale. Killarney Vale's just around the corner from my place. So that's
travel.
Travel. And, well, I suppose when you go to uni in Bathurst, and that sort of travel's nothing for me. Some of the kilometres that I do with sport. But,
it is not, David. You're quite right there.
Cannot wait.
Both sides back on the ground now, ladies and gentlemen. Singleton to the right. Killarney Vale sort of split into 2 groups so far, going through their plans for this next half, which is a great battle so far, David. Only 9 points in it in the favour of Killarney Vale.
Indeed. Hello, James. And for mine, just to give an opinion, which I try not to do too much, to give an opinion, I believe the GU women's competition right now, as we're standing here, is between the Newcastle City Stars and Nelson Bay, and the threats, the Novas.
Yep.
The Black Diamond Plate, well, Newcastle City and Terrigal haven't been beaten yet. And they've got so much strength and depth. And Cardiff. Those three. I don't think anybody else can get them. Killarney Vale may be able to push one of them, but Newcastle City are just rampant. And then in the Black Diamond Cup, that's interesting. After watching Terrigal Avoca systematically dismantle Newcastle City last week, if they can, and remember they did that without Sam Ellis and Brandon Thomas, who's wounded. If they continue to play like that, they will cause Cardiff all sorts of panic in Terrigal's back 6. It's a matter of who can kick, because unless Yench plays forward, Cardiff don't have a strike forward, not a traditional strike forward. Murphy's a good player,
but not a big power forward, is what you're alluding to.
The long-term injury to Price is also concussion.
Okay, yep.
Has hurt them.
Okay.
Back to June football. Singleton and Killarney Vale. Killarney Vale up by 9 points here at Rose Point Park. My partner is Lucas Holmes, our Black Diamond, our Bar TV producer and cameraman is Kendall, doing a great job. Here comes the siren and we're away. Here's a very big quarter of football. What's going to happen? Easthoff, beaten. Bracington's gone onto the ball. That was interesting. Bracington won that one. That's an interesting move. Scott's not afraid to try things. Coming out here, Miffy at the back, on his left, puts it up. Carroll, has he got a chance here? Yes. $1 million bounce. Great extraction. Bracington gets it out. And I thought they went over the top. Scott gets the football here. That's dangerous. Quinn goes wide. Kicks it over. Potter, unfortunately, who's back on the field, Lucas. And I was told that it was ribs, so hopefully he's going to be okay. Travis Bates puts a tackle on. Trouble. Stanton says, no op. Ball up. Correct decision. There wasn't much chance there. As I enjoy my Coke Zero here. Rose Point. Last time for us here this year, unless there's something miraculous happens. Good place to come. First time for us. I haven't been here before this year. Really enjoy it. Mifsud kicks for touch. And beautifully, and picks off Waters. Waters made that look very good. Handballs to himself. Shepherd put on by Coughlin, and away they go. Very well done. Expertly done, Killarney Vale. They look very confident today. Stevens. Little short kick. Welsh will pick that off. He's a very clever backman. He's a very smart player. I reckon he's played some good footage time. That's dangerous. Scott's on his own in the centre. This will be accurate, right on the chest, and picks off Cam White. Short ball, beautiful, picks off Quinn. They've got about 40 metres forward with 3 kicks. Now there's a direct handball. That's dangerous. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Killarney Vale going to make it pay. 55-metre kick. Almost dragged out that Reed, 1-on-3. Gets it out with a handball above his head. Comes back here. Now here's a chance. Coming back and misses that one. I think that might have been Waters, actually. And it's 27-17. Killarney Vale 3-9 in front by 10 points. And looking dangerous for mine, Lucas. Singleton's got some things to address here. Short ball comes out. Coburn slices it slightly to the right. Scott's leading the way. Puts the body on. Oh, how clever was that? Carroll, put the speed on, son. Does, and beats Jabor. Goes hard and fast. Bates in front. Misses the ball. And Cartwright gets it out. Mitchell's asking for a deliberate and doesn't get it. And Cartwright was ruled to be going in a defensive motion and was entitled to punch that ball away.
What you picked up straight away, David, which I found very interesting, is that Sam Brasington's going into the ruck. That if they're obviously trying to dull Oosterhoff's influence on this game, but they look with Brazenton going on the ball into the ruck specifically, it loses so much of their spring around the ground, David.
Kids down on the bench at the moment, so he's having a rest. Oosterhoff, the boundary throw-in today has been touched. Both of them have been a touch short at times, and Oosterhoff is reading it better. Oosterhoff's read where that ball's going very, very cleverly.
And more often than not, on those short throw-ins, he's grabbed it out of the ruck as well, which he's able to do without getting a tackle laid to him.
The fact that he can use both hands in the ruck independently of one another is really helpful for him. He's got a left-hand tap as well. That's really important. That's a real good throw-in. Oosterhoff right-handed this time. Sitting at the back is Moore. Good player today. That's dangerous and picked off by Amity. Now, Amity's usually a pretty good user of the football. Goes wide, gets it out in front of Stevens. And also off towards Banfield Liam. Reid is going to double back, and I reckon he'll kick a goal here. Keeps it in. Just didn't have enough angle. Scott, under pressure, goes to ground. Gets a handball out under duress. Another handball coming out. Reid, this is dangerous. And Scott does enough to put him off balance. Reid are behind. Killarney Vale, 3 goals, 10. Singleton, 2 goals, 5. The damage is 11 points to the Bombers. 4 minutes elapsed time in quarter number 3. It's the moving quarter. Who can make a move here? Ball comes back. Handball from Welsh. Another handball back. Coburn. Another ball to Welsh. No, sorry, that's not Welsh. That's Bray. McPherson with that trusty left foot of his. Man in front was Amity. Comes and recovers. Now he's been shepherded off. Square. Lovely kick. Finds Wilson. So Lachlan Wilson's got this football. Just on 50. Goes short. Oh, dangerous time here. McPherson's got to be smart. He's in trouble. He's paid that holding the ball. My goodness. That's a big decision. Got to give him credit for making the decision, actually. Stevens has got a shot well inside 50. Is everything all right, Louis?
Yeah, just some admin difficulties going on at the moment, David, but PK and I have it covered.
Thank you. This is a very big kick for Killarney Vale and Stevens. He's been good today. He's been lively. Stevens low. Has kicked it. Well. Dylan Stevens a goal. And Killarney Vale are now 17 points in front and looking ominous. Killarney Vale 4-10. If they'd have kicked straight, this game would be over. Singleton 2-5. Lucas J. Holmes.
Prime 7. In 2018, Prime 7 has every big game live and free. Coverage includes 4 games every round on 7, mate, including Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoons. Black Diamond AFL and Prime 7, your local AFL team.
Collingwood and Carlton tomorrow afternoon from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Will be a big game on Prime TV.
Who have the Giants got this weekend, David?
Brisbane, Twilight game this afternoon, the Gabba.
Both sides looking to bounce back after their respective buys.
Brazenton goes up a touch early. Oosterhoff gets the tap down. McPherson off the ground. Got to be careful with bumping like that. And Stanton says that'll be mine.
Even with Brazenton going up early in that instance, bigger body means that even Oosterhoff's got to jump over Brazenton as well, which is a bigger task than Kidd, in no disrespect to him.
Brazenton, yeah, that's a free kick. Oosterhoff, yep, Brazenton tried to interfere with him. You've got to come back. He can't play the advantage now. Back to Oosterhoff. Yeah, Stanton's quite calmly said, come back, thank you. Oosterhoff. Needs to kick it low and long, and does. Magnificent pass. That's real quality to Liam Banfield. That's not a great kick. Mifsud roving. Reid making the play. Ethan Colaci. Reid smothers off extraordinarily off 1 foot. Scott turns around, turns on a Tripney bit, and he's playing further deeper now, Louis. Your name's Lucas, isn't it? Mispronouncing Lucas's name after 3 years. You've got to be kidding me. Brazenton's got a chance here. Amity's putting pressure on, gets him to ground. Now here come Killarney Vale. Miffy gets the football, goes long. Contest coming, great, really, really good mark by, I think that's Wilkes. Yeah, it was Wilkes, thank you, got it, thanks PK. McPherson goes back to Wilkes, and he's kicked it over his head. He's got time, he's got, one thing he has got is time. Beautiful spot. Just enough defensive work done to stop him there. Ethan Colaci, the red headgear. Amity gets into the ground, does a good job and gets it out of bounds. 8 minutes elapsed time gone by the time this throw-in comes in. Killarney Vale 4:10:34. Singleton 2:5:17 here at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Brasington gets that, wins that contest against Lions. Ustov must be sitting back, Lucas. Ethan Colachu puts that up in the air and hopes for the best. Jabour's leading the way, should have taken it. Carroll did enough. Potter. Handballs back to Scott. McPherson, 4 handballs, Mitchell. And they free up Quinn. Goes down the line. One-handed by Colachu. And he's got Ustov. Oh, he's gone out of bounds. That was interesting. That was a mismatch for Speed. He would have had him. But Colin good enough in exactly the right position. Calls it out of bounds. 17 points of difference. Killarney Vale looking very, very confident and composed at the moment. And Singleton need to find an avenue to goal now. Ustov with a double fist that time, not just a tap down. Coburn, that's Quinn, puts it up. Oosterhoff, there you go. Another mark. Must be close to BOG, Louis.
Very, very close, David.
What? His last 2 deliveries have not been that of a ruckman, I'll tell you. They were lovely. Coming down the middle. Here come Killarney Vale. Where's Reed? Oh, someone's on the... How can he get that far in the open, Convey? Gracious me. He's going to kick well inside 50. It'll test the young fella. Now, he'll be watching... Coming back, he'll be looking to see if his coach is going to lead. There are no leads coming. Lucas, go.
Yeah, he's standing about 3 or 4 metres behind the goals, telling Convey where to kick the ball. Okay. You see there on the left.
Thank you, Luke. Great spot, Lucas. Scott Reed sitting 5 yards behind and telling Convey to kick it to him. Just inside 50. I reckon he'll struggle with the distance. Goes low and correct. Double fister comes out and away they go. That's an ordinary kick. Just hops it up and then Convey gets the ball again. Now this time he'll dish. There's the dish. There's the lead coming. And it just does enough to put him off. I thought that Banfield might have had that mark. Oh, trouble. Jabour going to go on his right, I would reckon, and lost the ball. Was that an efficient tackle, mate? I think it was. And made by the 100 gamer Jared Ingram. Goes short. Got to be perfect. Wasn't. Gets him out of trouble, Dane Coburn. They need to get it out. Gee, that was tight.
Was lucky there, Coburn, actually. His direct opponent lost his feet, which gained him another few valuable seconds, but still had 2 opponents surrounding him very quickly there.
Well said, Lucas Holmes. Throw in from umpire Flockhart. Carroll reads that ruck contest superbly. Gets a left footer out that goes 50 metres. Oosterhoff sitting at the back. Pumps it as long as he can. Welsh probably should have taken that. He ended up being uncontested. Ball at ground level. Scott's in there. Welsh. Lovely handball out to Mitchell. Away goes Mitchell down the line. Oh, Oosterhoff, he must have got 30 touches. Off goes the big man. Just gets his kick away. Goes long. Welsh tries to mark and should have punched. I reckon that's a grab. Is that Stevens?
Hasn't been paid, David. It's a ball up.
Oh, is he paid a ball up? Gracious me. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you very much. Reed gets the tap out over Brasington. Ball comes out, goes down the line. I'm not paid to mark. I thought he got that. I didn't think that was a half volley. Mifsud. Short, low pass. Oh, he's paid that and he's gone. Gracious me. I thought that was a half volley. So this is, I think that's Liam Banfield. I'll just check with Smithy. That's Liam, isn't it? Liam Banfield, thank you. I have a difficulty telling Convey and Banfield apart without seeing their numbers. Yes, when you can't see their numbers, little man. That's a goal! Liam Banfield's second today, both to that end. Killarney Vale looking the goods. 5-10-40. Singleton 2-5-17. LJ.
Star 104.5 FM. Star 104.5 plays the music we all love and has proudly supported the Black Diamond AFL since 2005.
Yes, I'm not going to cop stick from Michael Smith without saying something. When I can't see their numbers, I find it difficult, Michael. Thank you. I'll wear that for him, though. He's not a bad bloke. I wouldn't cop it from Newburn, I'll tell you. Oosterhoff and Brassington, up they go. Oosterhoff, he has been just dominant today, the dominant player on the field. Andrew Scott goes forward. Colaci's got to raise from his slumber and do something. Carroll, as they all have, they've just got to step up and really be counted. I think that's holding the ball or a throw, is it?
Paid high contact, I think, David.
I couldn't tell who the free kick was going to. He had his hands out both ways. So here's a free kick to Killarney Vale, who look very competent and well organised at the back. Lachlan Wilson. Short. Jabul's on. That's a too short. And it's gone out of bounds. Umpire Flockhart in the exact right position. So we are 13 and 3/4 minutes elapsed time. Killarney Vale are 5-10. And Singleton 2-5. And
I'm refreshed yet.
thank you, Lucas. Yes.
Ball's thrown in here. Oosterhoff at the back, gets his left-handed tap out to the centre. Mitchell goes off the ground, goes backwards almost, however, from Alex Mitchell to the far side of the ground, David.
Wow. Banfield, here they go. Can they make him pay for a interesting choice of kicking? Coburn. Oh, look out. He squares that most unselfish. Convey's on. Amity. That is such good, unselfish play. They should all be running to... I think that was Stevens. That was just clever. And Amity, the 369 gamer, has got a chance to kick another goal here. And he's right in front, and this is going to make it... If he kicks this, it's almost lights out. Kicked a lot of these in his time, Dane Amity. Low.
And straight.
Doesn't miss. Drano kicks another one. And number 82, the most famous number 82 in the Booty AFL. Killarney Vale 6'10", Singleton in trouble 2-5-17. Lucas.
Bar TV Sports. Bar TV Sports specialise in the live streaming and broadcasting of local sport, including the Black Diamond AFL. Bar TV Sports, making your game the main game.
Hello to the Black Diamond, the Bar TV production crew back there in Newcastle this afternoon. Busy with all the games that they're covering. And to our mate Kendall here, who's doing a great job on the camera and production here up at Rose Point Park in Singleton. Carter for what? Let's have a look here. Carter 2 goals up.
Yep. 2
goals up against Wine Lakes. Wine Lakes being very courageous there. I would expect that Carter will push on.
Yeah.
You would expect that, especially at Hillsborough. Thank you for that. Tap comes out. That's an over the shoulder, I reckon. So I'm very, very disappointed. And it is a Singleton free kick. No, it's not. The way they were running, I thought they were running forward. Killarney Vale just getting first hands of the ball consistently here. They're killing them in the clearances. Oh, low contest there at the leg.
Yeah, and was dragged out the Killarney Vale player, so that's where the free kick's going, David.
I think that's Waters. No, it's Wilson. McPherson's just getting up now, struggling to get up. Wilson goes far side, wide. Reed smashed in the contest. Been pretty willing out there. There'll be some sore boys tomorrow morning, Louis. And Stanton says, I'll have that ball, thank you.
There will be both sides going hammer and tong at it.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
This is such a big game for the context of the season. Killarney Vale want that 5th or 4th place. Okay?
Which
everybody does.
Yeah, which they need to, because if they don't, those bottom sides of the top 7 will get either Newcastle City or Terrigal in that first week of finals.
If you want to be in a prelim final, it's the 4th and 5th you need. Short ball. Goes wide. A little bit, and it's gone out of bounds. I would have thought that Foster could have thought that through a little bit better and perhaps gone down the centre, but he didn't. Just calling off here in this glorious winter's day. Nice part of the world in the Mid-Hunter here. Good people, good town. Lovely hands. 1, 2, 3 chain handball. Welsh will pick that off. He's pretty clever. The Roosters, just can't get the ball past their forward 50-metre arc at the moment. Brassington tries to beat 4 and lift his side, and he does. Goes long, again behind. Bates got to get in front. Oh, it's a free kick, is it? Downfield. Yeah, that ball's been given over immediately and correctly, so that's a downfield free. Kidd gives it off to McPherson, a good user. And of course, he lets me down and kicks it atrociously. Ball out of bounds in front of Trav Bates and Tim Oosterhoff, who is just growing in stature every game, every time I see him. And I think he's still got a burr in his side about not playing rep football last year, and he's making every post a winner, Lucas. Oosterhoff and Kidd. I thought he almost dragged Kidd out of that. That's a good tackle. Where's the attempt at getting rid of it? No Pryor. The umpire says I'll have that. Umpire Stewart. Oosterhoff and Kidd again.
Safe to say, David, Singleton need a goal in this passage of play.
Yes, Lucas. Tackle made and no Pryor. That is the understatement of the year, Lucas. They haven't scored one for 2 quarters. Oosterhoff. If this is a blue chip performance, if you could give out another hole. Oh, it's over the shoulder this time. So free kick plucked out of there to Brasington. Finds Hicks moving. Oh, that's over the shoulder, I thought. Hicks has been hit over the head, been clouted. Good tackle, Carroll. He's going to take on 3 or 4 here. 2 efforts, can't quite stop them now. I swear that was over the shoulder. Away go Killarney Vale. They've got open pasture. Stevens has been really good today, the late in. Do his confidence a world of good.
He's lucky to get away with that 50-metre penalty there.
And has it been given now?
I think
oh, no, we've got a problem.
Off.
Significant injury. That's from this clash a couple of minutes ago.
Yep.
And they've called blood, and I think, no, in fact, they've called a stretcher. So players stopped, and we need a stretcher as soon as we can get one, please, everyone. He's not in a good way. So that's from that contest, Lucas, that I called.
I'm just trying to find the number. Is that Cam White, David?
Is it shoulder or is it... I think he's concussed. It could be Hicks. Thank you, PK. It was 18 Hicks.
18 Hicks,
Thought I just saw the number. So he won't be back today, Lucas.
Doesn't look in a good way either, does Brad Hicks.
Certainly courageous in that contest. I thought he might have been struggling significantly with a head complaint. Yeah, he's got to come up for an HIA. Yeah. Not well, and giving the umpire a mouthful too, just quietly for the high contact. I reckon, Louis. So we'll just wait for play to continue now. I'm assuming that the umpires will wait until Ethan Colachu's in position. And they'll have a good look at him. He is struggling. He's going to come off on his own steam, which is a good sign, Louis. Now, this should be a ball up, I reckon. And he's bleeding too, I'd suggest you. So they'll have to go and look after him. Ball up at centre half forward for Killarney Vale. 21 minutes elapsed time gone here.
Yeah, fair amount of blood coming from
nose
at the moment.
Held in there. Was it nose, Louis, or a face cut?
Look, in front of us here, David, just holding his nose with that cloth.
Yeah, and he's saying that he's been punched in the head in the contest. Piles on here, over the shoulder free kick given by umpire O'Brien. And I think, is that Brazo down the bottom? Yeah, Sam Brasington. Interesting for me today, Lucas. Andrew Scott's been quiet. That's big when he's kept quiet. Oh, great mark.
Speak of the devil. He's there.
For once, I didn't give the commentators moss, yeah. Short ball. Well done to Moore. Good little row over this bloke. Experienced player. Played a bit of footy, I reckon. And finds his... Oh, should have found his man. Oh, well picked off, though. The Killarney Vale backline's been terrific today. Honestly, oh, that's over the shoulder against Scott. Mark Adams gets the free kick. This square, Shabua lost it in the sun. Can Scott put pressure on here? Does. Umpire says no Pryor. The locals getting feisty here at Rose Point Parks at Singleton. A couple of great Northerns with a few of them, I'd suggest. Ustav double-handed, uncontested. Moore going backwards 30 metres. Welsh sitting back there waiting. And out of bounds with Mifsud, half-forward flank. Almost a three-quarter time here. Singleton have not kicked a goal since the 21st minute mark of the first quarter. So what a defensive performance by this smothering, suffocating defence with Ustav sitting at sweeper in the hole. And he's just been terrific. They can't stop him in the run. Brasington this time actually works him out with his body. Just gets a touch to it. And at ground level, making an attempt. Umpire says that's mine. 23 and a half gone. Killarney up by 29. Ustav right-handed. Mifsud tries to get the tap out. And that is Cartwright in and underneath. Umpire says, O'Brien says mine again. Another baller. Been a lot of these today. Oosterhoff. Oh, Brasington wins that one with a good leap. So you can see how much jump Brasington's got. Potter can't quite get it. It's good to see Potter back out there after coupling what we thought was Mark Razor advised was a rib injury. He's back out there, which is good to see.
No, he didn't look good when he came off, did Potter, but he's good, as you said, good to be back out there.
Brandon Quinn once again roving to Oosterhoff. Terrible bounce for the Singleton forwards. Oh, Scott's legs. Yep, free kick. He should actually take this kick. He could kick that. He's looking for options. Carroll's on short. Carroll's still on short. Carroll's still on short and found him. This is within Carroll's wheelhouse because he kicked one from 50 on the fly with the check side in the first quarter. So we'll see how the young man goes.
And slightly in his favour with the angle being a left footer for Cody Carroll, this kick.
See how he goes about it, Louis.
He's pulled it though.
He's pulled that right, Louis, has he? Well, not too far, but he poster. Singleton 2-6, Killarney Vale 6-10. 28 points of difference. Almost at three-quarter time here at Rose Point. Short pass comes out wide. Yes, that was a mark. Oh, not paid it. He paid that the half volley. That time Rankin. Got to get rid of it. Here comes the pressure. That's trouble. Scott's at ground and gone. Agree with that decision. That's a good decision. Now Mitchell's on a terrible angle for a left footer. He's actually, and he's a very skilled player. If ever Singleton need a goal, this is it. No, he's looking. He's not confident. He's going to go through with a shot now. Alex Mitchell must kick a goal. Another poster. Remarkable. 3 posters for Singleton in 2-7-19. Killarney Vale 6-10-46. 25 and a half minutes elapsed time. Killarney Vale now. Singleton have got outriders here. They've gone to a zone defence. Ustav at centre-half forwards running to the right. They ignore that and go to Mifsud, the shortest player on the ground, and he plucks up a lovely mark. Trying to get Ustav free. No, Mifsud's going to ignore him. Shocking kick. Just goes straight down the middle and lucks a fortune. And they are away now, Killarney Vale, via Coghlan. Over towards Cartwright. Got some time. He's got all day. Singleton getting tired. Goes long. Marking contest. Amity. Oh, can Drano kick his second in a quarter? No, he can't. Killarney Vale 6-11-47. Singleton 2-7-19. That would have done them. Killarney Vale, I still think they're home. Killarney Vale 6-11, and their 6 goal kickers. 2 goals to Scott Reed, 2 goals to Liam Banfield, and singles to Dane Amity and Dylan Stevens. Lucas Holmes goals for Singleton.
Single goals, David, for Alex Mitchell and Cody Carroll.
We'll be back with you shortly after a short break to come back for the last quarter of this game with a couple of scores from around the grounds with our great man Lucas Holmes. Back here shortly at Rose Point.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Haval Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club.
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC.
Prime 7.
Bar TV Sports.
The Entertainment Grounds.
Sports Coast Trophy and embroidery.
Marksmen Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Vale H6 from $29,990.
Back at Rosepoint Park, around the grounds with Lucas J. Holmes. Some scores. Read them all out, please, mate.
Thank you, David. At Fane Oval, Warners Bay, 17 goals, 16, leading Maitland, no score. At Hillsborough Oval in Cardiff, Cardiff pulling away slightly. Cardiff, 10 goals, 12, leading Wyong Lakes, 8 goals, 4. Here at Rosepoint Park, Singleton, 2 goals, 7, trailing Killarney Vale, 6 goals, 11. At Toggelba Park, Lake Macquarie, 3 points, trailing Terrigal Avoca, 16 goals, 19. And in the early stages at the Big Freeze game at Newcastle #1 Sports Ground, Newcastle City 3 goals, 2, leading Gosford, no score. As well with Nelson Bay obviously having the bye. David.
Thank you, Lucas. Just speaking to Michael Smith at the break there, Killarney Vale's next game is a big one for them. Killarney Vale has Terrigal Avoca at Hilton moreover, so that's a very big test, massive test, and be interesting to see how Killarney Vale go in that game. And then you've also got lower grade games, the GE Women's and the Plate at Passage Road against the Entrance Batto Bay. Oh, there's lots of love lost between those two clubs, so that'll be a fun afternoon. You're a Batto Junior, very good. I knew Scott Reed was a Batto Junior, that I knew, yeah, so. Okay. Oh, yes, next week, quickly, Gosford and Maitland at Adcock. Wyong Lakes hosting the Roosters at Don Small. Big game for the Roosters. Warners Bay and Nelson Bay at Fane. Terrigal Avoca and Killarney Vale. And there's the big one, Newcastle City and Cardiff. Woohoo! That'll be a belter. Just about ready to go in the last quarter here. Killarney Vale up by 28. 6-11 to 2-7. And we're away. Brasington still on the ball. Up against Oosterhoff. Good contest, Oosterhoff just. Scott down where he belongs in the centre. Gets the ball out, extracts as he so often does. More, that sort of sums up Singleton's day today. Just haven't had sticky hands at times. Oosthoff taps it out brilliantly. Tackle not end up being made. Oosthoff gets a kick out quickly. Lux of Fortune gets it straight down the throat. Gee, that's balls in, held in. Singleton's starting to put some pressure on. I would reckon that Singleton's got a massive rev up at three-quarter time. They probably deserve it. They've just had nothing going forward. Get down by Oosthoff. Potter tries to get a kick out. Jaden Banfield gets it. Now there's the non-controlling umpire from the deep in the back line's found a free kick here. Jaden Banfield comes wide. Finds Campbell Wilson. Comes wide again. Oh, lovely mark under enormous pressure. Coughlin gets it, keeps it in. Jabua. Convey. No, sorry, it's not Convey. It was Liam Banfield. Good tackle. He's trouble. Oh, he should straighten himself and kick a goal. And he has. Cartwright, I think. Thank you, Michael. Dan Cartwright's first, very composed. And this game's over. If it wasn't already, Killarney Vale 7-11-47. That should be 53, shouldn't it? 7. I've got it as 7 goals. Yeah. 7-11-53 to 2-7-19. With thanks to Hunter Haval, the major sponsor of the Black Diamond Football League. Get along and see them at East Maitland and Cardiff. The H9, their flagship model, is a belter. Should get along and have a look at it. Great value for money and a beautiful vehicle. Hunter Haval, East Maitland and Cardiff, the major sponsor of the Black Diamond Football League. 34 points here, and Killarney Vale put in they'll be very happy today. This is a great sign for them going into a massive game against a very rampant Panthers outfield at the moment. Brasington does well in that one, gets the tap out. Mifsud at the back, as he so often is, gets that ball forward. Carroll's got the sit. Jabour's with him, uses the extra height. He's been good today. Jabour has been really solid. Little short grubber gets it out. Comes back for more. Jabour hits his chest hard. He won't kick that one from there. Gets it square, though, somehow. Convey's in there, and it's taken true by Ethan Colachu. And another behind. Killarney Vale 7-12-54. As Lucas Holmes is having a daydream and comes back. He's thinking about Collingwood's next game. Killarney Vale up by 35. Cam White, short, taken. Brandon Quinn has been serviceable today. He's been more than that. He's been very good. Dane out there? No, it's not.
Wilkes, maybe, David?
Yep. Out of on the full. I think Jaden Banfield's saying that's out the full and it's been given.
Yep. Umpire, that is Flockhart, signalling that. In very good possession again.
Thank you, Louis. Just got that, I think, yeah. Of course, all the umpires today in doing the business with Christine, who's been here early today, our wonderful umpires manager. Sam Jabour's been very good today. This is the best game I've seen him play for Killarney Vale. And, of course, the commentator's Mozzie's kicked it to Jimmy Newburn. And, well, I hear you go giving a rap to a bloke, and what happens? Brasington centres play. Beautiful, beautiful pass to Colachu. Didn't have to move an inch. Goes long and wide, goes across the field, and does nothing more than pick off one T. Oosterhoff. The umpires will be looking for 2 votes and 1 vote today because I know who the 3 votes are going to. Lachlan Wilson, Square, Coughlin. I think Coughlin's been quite good today. Yeah. This is a very different Killarney Vale side, Lucas Holmes. I am impressed. Obviously, they've got a big test, but they deserve to be in the 7. They really do. Amity's got a paddock here if he can keep it in. He's got all day. 1 bounce for the great man. Oh, good shepherd. Goes onto his right. And however, hits Alex Mitchell. Alex Mitchell comes square here. I think that's Potter. No, it's Brasington, who's been probably Singleton's best player. Over to Andrew Scott, who's been serviceable today without being outstanding. Moore, I think, has been impressive at times. He's quite a nippy little rover. Trying to be in front, Kid. Gets it out. That's over shoulder, surely. Worked out of it was Scott comes through, gets a crash ball. Yeah, Potter does extremely well. Carroll should pop that over to Bates. He's actually gone square. Is that a downfield free kick?
It is, David.
Yup. Heard the whistle blown. It couldn't be anything else. Carroll's disposed of it. Now, this should be in a favourable position because it bounced near the edge of the square. I just don't know. Is that Jackson's got the kick? I can't see that number from here. Or is it Jared Ingram in his 100th?
It's Ingram, David, I think.
Yeah, so this will be nice for him to kick a goal in his 100th. He's got a reasonable angle here. Lucas Holmes, would that be 45 degrees?
About that, David. Thank you.
Ingram misses. 2-8-20 sums up Singleton's day. Killarney Vale 7-12-54. Lucas, I can see you want to say something.
I am, David. You were speaking about before Killarney Vale side. It is a very different side, and they've done very well without Bryce Singleton today, David. And it's probably been more the defence that has shone today more than the attack, but very much still, as you said, very polished performance.
Yes, there's a lot of the senior, the hierarchy of Killarney Vale Football Club here today, and they will be very pleased. The football operator, yes, here we go. The tablet's playing up again. Run home to mama. Out of bounds in... Oh, no, actually not out of bounds. Just called... settle down, guys. You don't need to do anything silly this time of the day. Walk away, walk away. Just walk away. Umpire very sensibly continuing on play. Just a little push and shove, nothing serious. I wonder if that's why. I wonder if the fact that that's Potter, who's down again. I wonder, he is really struggling with those ribs, and he should come off now, and he's going to right now. He's just managing to get off, actually, just. Tap out comes. Oh, picked off by Mitchell beautifully, and short passes and finds Jackson Colachu within range for the big fella. This mercurial forward, he can actually kick this. If anyone on their side could, it'd be him. From 50. Colachu gets it up in the air. It's going to fall to the right. Bates, no. Kept in bay by Killarney Vale. Away they go, and it's picked off by Dane Coburn. And Coburn's got a chance for well inside 50. Probably on a 45-degree Lucas Holmes angle. Not doing wonderful things, though. It's a lovely system. And that's a goal. Well done. Great work, Coburn. Dane Coburn's first of the day. Singleton 3-8-26. Killarney Vale 8-12-60. LJ.
The entertainment grounds on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds has quickly established itself as the premier events location on the Central Coast. The entertainment grounds is an indoor and outdoor multi-purpose community facility for functions, events, festivals, weddings, exhibitions, as well as horse racing.
We also like to thank Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery, Marksmen Workforce, and Subway Morisset, and Bar TV Sports, and Prime Television, ISC, Belmont 16-footers, Hannah Haval. Lucas is chuckling. Thank you. Yes. Occasionally I read this sponsorship. Lovely big tall throw, the high throw in there. Easthoff gets a tap down. Held in, umpire looking to give away a free. No. Back into the centre circle. So that timer is completely useless to us now.
Just ignore that.
Okay, we ignore that. Thank you, I shall. Coughlin comes out. Amity goes long. Reed uncontested. He reads the plate. Oh, no, that's a punt. But his vision and his ability to... that first step's so clever. He must have been... For him to go and play VFL with Collingwood, he's an indication of how good a footballer he was. It's sad that he didn't get a chance to play at the top level.
Oh, yep. He's playing around, Smithy, playing tricks on me.
Correct scores 54-26 at the moment. Thank you, Michael. Scott Reed misses to the side. We've got the score as 7-13-55, 3-8-26. Michael, are you happy with that? Thank you. Sorry, we've got some issues with live scoring. It's logging us out on occasion, so we've got the official scorers behind us, so we're doing the best we can. We apologise for any technical problems, and I hope that that's not too much of an inconvenience for our wonderful viewers. Well, I've heard Jacob Welsh's old man's listening down there in Victoria. Hello there, Mr. Welsh. Hope you're well. Pity the boys haven't gone real well here today, but that's holding the ball and gone. Great tackle. This has been a feature of Killarney Vale today. They're in and under work. But hello, Mr. Welsh. Hope you're well down there. Lachlan Waters, terrific tackle. Everybody flies up and staying down and taking the marks. Cam White immediately goes square. Finds the space with a poor kick. Skill level they've been put under immense pressure today and have wilted. Amity, pickpocketed. Puts a tackle on and held him. So, Killarney Vale up by 29 and about to put the polish on a very, very good win. They'll be very happy heading back down the M1 tonight. Will the Bombers on their way to Tumbiumbi? No, actually it was Waters. Little short pass is superb to Mifsud. And Mifsud, they've called that 15. It was probably 13. But give that to the umpires. That's reasonable. And Josh Mifsud will take a kick. As the game's starting to peter out a bit, everyone's a bit tired. They've given enormous effort today. And be a tough week on the track for Singleton. I reckon they've got Wyong Lakes at Don Small next week. That's a tough ask. And always was in the plate last year.
Very quality side. Sorry, David. Is Wyong Lakes. Continue.
Mifsud. Oh, flushes it, does Miffy. Score on. It is Killarney Vale 8-13-61, Singleton 3-8-26. Lovely strike, Mifsud. Well done, Killarney Vale. Lucas Holmes.
Sports Coast Trophy and embroidery. Sports Coast Trophy are the leading supplier of trophies and embroidery on the Central Coast. They're also proud supporters of the Black Diamond AFL.
Marksmen Workforce have been great supporters of the Black Diamond AFL since 2016. Subway Morisset is open 7 days a week, breakfast, lunch and dinner. Trading hours 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Support local businesses. It's Lucas Holmes. Subway.
Eat fresh.
Hope you don't mind, sir.
All good.
35 points the difference here. Scott Reed will be a very happy man, as will the Killarney Vale Brains Trust. Andrew McPherson coming off with what looks like a right hamstring injury. But he's going to recover well. Alex Mitchell goes away. A couple of injuries for Singleton today. It's been a tough day for them. Dane Coburn goes long, direct. Bates in front. Almost. Just been one of those days for Trav. Ball comes out. Orgy went low. This defence has been terrific today. Riley, Waters, Banfield's been terrific. Carroll's got to pick it up first. We're obscured slightly. Carroll picks it up here. Goes square and finds a man. Well done, Carroll. Really persistent work. And I think that might be Brandon Quinn, and it is. And Quinn's been real good today. Got a lot of football. Lucas, you want to say something?
So has Carroll as well, David.
Correct. Carroll's looked lively. Not a strike forward, but a very handy small and half forward flanker. Small forward. Quinn needs to kick this one. Fair bit of that. Misses to the right. Singleton and their shooting's also now been a problem. It's interesting that Killarney Vale's profligate shooting earlier on will not cost them. Singleton 3 goals 9-27. Killarney Vale 8 goals 13-61. Won't be calling timepieces because we've got issues with our timers. 11. Thank you. Lucas will adjust. Get me to about 14, please, Lucas. Oh, up too early, Brasington, but didn't interfere with Oosterhoff. He's done well, Brasington, on Oosterhoff. Oosterhoff still played very well. And interesting that Brasington, a much shorter man, has been duelling with Oosterhoff. I think because of his mobility. Oosterhoff, another contest. Amity, that's superb. Amity steps inside. Oh, wheels back the clock, does Drano. Has a bounce and picked off by Wilkes. Goes three-quarter and finds Coburn, who's moved forward noticeably, Lucas, and he's providing some options and some drive up forward, which has been sadly lacking. Coughlin, bumped out of it by Scott, stays on his feet to the best of his ability, gets dragged down to his knees, and umpire Stewart says that'll be mine. Don't forget, July 14 and July 21 are two massive days of women's football in our league. First day on the 14th is women's round. 5 games of football on Bar TV, followed by representative round at Ferradale Park in Madawi with Newcastle, Hunter and Central Coast sides playing in a 3-way tournament. 25 minutes each way, something along those lines, and it should be a wonderful afternoon. I'm really genuinely looking forward to see these teams play at that next level and see who shines. Tap out there actually to Bray, does well. Going forward. Here's a chance, Scott. Can he keep his balance? I'll back him in here. Scott. Again, Moz by Redden. Underneath, the ball somehow extracts out of there. I don't know how. Riley has it all day. One bounce. Slices that slightly. And he's not happy with the kick because he did slice that. He was looking for, I think, Jabor running across with Carroll. And it's a ball up. We reckon about 16 and a quarter minutes elapsed time. Probably about halfway through, just over halfway through the last quarter. Looking into the sun, the ruckman. Amity actually won that ruck contest, which is extraordinary. 22 Waters has been really conspicuous today, Lucas. I think he's been very good. The entire Killarney Vale back six have been great.
Nothing flashy from the back six, just gets the job done, David. It's what they've been good at all afternoon.
Boundary umpire has a slip. Colachu gets dragged out. That should have got a free, not paid. I suggest it's a bit damp down there in some of those shady areas. A gorgeous winter's day here in Rose Point Park. Just in a minute when we get a break, I'll get Lucas to switch over to the fixtures and just give us if there's anything happening that's remarkable, in particular at round 11, in particular at Hillsborough, just in case Warner's Wyong legs have found a way. Ball up here, or ball in, sorry. Amity again wins the ruck contest, and Cardiff are running away from them by 5 goals. So thank you for that, Lucas. All the others I think were reasonably well set. Yep, no problems. And Newcastle City going berserk, 8-6-1 there. 1-1 goal against Gosford. Jackson Colachu picks off a mark here. There was 3 Singleton blokes on their own. It was kicked straight into him. Andrew Scott wants the football, needs a quick handball, found it. Should really kick a goal from there. He's good enough. Marked by Ustav, I think. Yep, clearly inside the line. That was one of those ones where we talked about Christian Barrows before, where he took it in the goals and then kicked it from behind. I think has that been given a behind? It was, so that's the decision that was made. He went back through the goals and then kicked it through behind. So that's a behind to Singleton. The exact conversation we had with umpires manager Christine Burrows this morning. Carroll, short, Scott not 15. Bray, another short ball. Ingram, kick it only 100th. Quinn onto his natural right. Sells some candy, can't get the kick away. Scott not helped by a handball, under all sorts of pressure, skips his balance. Oh, kick the goal, Andrew. Doesn't. Bates got a fly and can't quite get it. Where are the Rovers? Killarney Vale have been killing them at clearances all day. Colachu puts his head over it. Good football. Bit dark down there. Higgs Colachu against another effort and tackled out of bounds by Mifsud. They haven't stopped trying, but they're just just things like that with Travis Bates. If you just a couple of times that slightly stick your hands, you never know how things would have evolved. But very good performance by Killarney Vale. 33 points up. Back into the last quarter. Pushed in the back, I thought was Waters. Bray. Quinn wants his right. Still wants his right. Goes square to a familiar voice. Dane Coburn or Richard Wilkes? Coburn. Short. Again, Bates just can't grab the mark. Ustav, BOG for mine. Would you disagree with that, Lucas?
Can't disagree there, David. He's definitely been right up there. Definitely the best on all day, without a doubt.
Well, this is one of the best games as an Ustav play. He's been outstanding. Helped by matchups, but he's just been terrific. Over the shoulder, possibly. No, held in. Umpire says that's mine. 33 points here. The margin to Killarney Vale. 8-13-61, 3-10 Singleton, 3-10-28.
And David, especially in that first half when the game was still in the balance, Ustav just chopping off his opponent as the ball is tumbled forward and taking mark there by Wilkes. And chopping off his opponent in the back half and taking marks right deep in the defensive 50 is really where it changed the game for the Killarney Vale Football Club as White bombs the ball long into attacking 50.
Bet you that's Andrew Scott with body strength. Steps his man. goes short, and that'll be accurate kick, I reckon. Finds Carroll. Great football, Scott. Just so strong on that body. He's just so hard to get off the football. Carroll should have taken his time. Little short run up. And I reckon Cody Carroll has kicked another goal. He has. He's second and Singleton's fourth. Singleton 4-10-34. Killarney Vale 8-13-61. Lucas Holmes.
Hunter Haval. Looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Haval on their range of affordable SUVs. Starting from just $24,990, drive away with a 5-year warranty and 5 years roadside assistance. Hunter Haval, give you more. Book your test drive today.
Hunter Haval, East Maitland and Cardiff. So, dying embers of this one. Killarney Vale up by 27. They will go home a very satisfied football club. What's that, Michael? 5 in a row? 4 in a row now? 4 in a row for Killarney Vale. That 12, there you go. So 12 as a club and 4 in a row in the cup, which is great form. Big test next week against the Panthers. Coming straight through is Pup Mitchell. Low, beautiful spot. Scott's gone forward this quarter, made a difference. Coburn flying down the wing and takes a mark. Go back and take your kick, Dane. And there's a chance to kick his second goal of this last quarter. Where was this earlier? Interesting changes. Scott's gone into the 50-metre arc. Coburn looks like he's playing virtually on the wing. Chance for his second goal of this last quarter. All too little, too late though. Gets it up in the air. For the fourth time today, opposed to the Singleton. Singleton 4-11-35. Killarney Vale 8-13-61. 26 points of difference. Short ball comes out. Amity playing back at the moment. Kicks that as far as he can. Push out. Paid to Wilson. Short ball. Finds Lyons. Picked off by Welsh. Centre halfback. He's done that a few times today, Louis. Mitchell's on here, square.
They can go again if they want as well.
Doesn't. Decides to go down the centre and finds Brasington. Get back. That's 50. That is 50 metres every... That's a free kick. Yeah. Surely that's 50. Thank you. Yeah. That's the second time Mifsud's done that today, and he's been pinged once. That's correct. He's got to be careful of that. Experienced players like him have got to know. Just stand your mark. So Brazzy need to put them deep into offence, into attack. Well read by Jared Ingram there. Now here's a chance for a kick. Bates on left foot squares it up unselfishly, but can't hit Jackson Colachew. Well read by Campbell Wilson. Goes for the scrubby kick. It's going to come back from whence it came. Ustav for what must be his 35th possession today. Good mark, Brasington goes short, misses his target. Coming through like a freight train was Colachew. That's a scary sight. Need to see more of that from the big fella. Banfield, Jaden gets a kick out. Good contest. More at ground level, gets to his feet like a cat. Goes long and direct. Bates is actually sharked out of that by Carroll. He hasn't paid that mark because I reckon Carroll got a touch to it. And umpire sees it my way. 26 points of difference, Killarney Vale. Into the ruck contest comes Zach Bray, and he wins that contest uncontested. No, you can't have it uncontested. Wins it uncontested, David. Surprised Lucas Holmes didn't just sit there and laugh at me then for another malapropism. Bray and Oosterhoff. Oosterhoff right-handed. Little short ball coming out. Quinn trying to pick it up. Pushing the back, I thought. Andrew Scott's asking for it. Possibly it's skewed from seeing that pushing the back by a plethora of players. Looks like a rolling maul in there. There's at least 20 blokes around this ball up. I think that's Amity in it underneath that in the shadows. No, it's not. It's Waters, Lachlan. Another ball up. Bray, Oosterhoff will win this one again, right-handed. Ball comes out, Brasington. Oh, extracts that. It doesn't. It's actually Amity beats him there. And a holding the man decision given against Brasington. And it goes to Dane Amity. Right at the back there. So where's Amity going to go here?
You'd expect him to go long down the line, David.
Pretty. And there is the finish on a very good day for Killarney Vale. They've had a very, very good day, all three grades, and a very convincing performance in the Black Diamond Cup. Killarney Vale 8-13-61, Singleton 4-11-35. Goal kickers, Killarney Vale, Lucas Holmes.
Goal kickers for Killarney Vale Football Club, David. 2 goals each to Scott Reid and Liam Banfield. Then singles for Dan Cartwright, Josh Biffsted, Dane Amity and Dylan Stevens.
And goals for Singleton to Alex Mitchell, Dane Coburn, and 2 to Cody Carroll. No doubt in my mind, Subway Morris. No. I don't even think there's a discussion.
No.
Tim Oosterhoff, by far the best player on the ground, and wins our Subway Morris set. Lucas Holmes, we get a week off next week, and thank you very much for your work today. It's been a great, very busy day for us with 2 games. It's been a great pleasure. I will see you soon.
Shall.
And to our viewers, we've had a wonderful time. We've really enjoyed doing 2 games of footy here from Rose Point Park. Been a great afternoon on splendid weather. To Kendall, our Bar TV man, cameraman and producer, thank you very much. Lucas Holmes, great job. Thank you, Michael Smith and Paul Kelly behind us. Really appreciate everything. Everybody have a lovely afternoon. We'll see you shortly. Big win here to Killarney Vale. And Tim Oosterhoff, the Subway Morris at player of the match. We'll be back with you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care. All the best from Rose Point Park.
G'day, Rabbit and Julie Goodwin here from Star 104.5.
We love the Central Coast and we love our local sport, especially the Hunter Vale Black Diamond AFL.
You're looking for a feature-packed premium SUV for your family? Check out Hunter Vale and their range of affordable SUVs.
We want to give a massive thank you to all of the Hunter Vale Black Diamond AFL sponsors.
Belmont 16-Footers Sailing Club,
GE Industrial Solutions, ISC,
Prime 7,
Bar TV Sports,
The Entertainment Grounds,
Sports Coast Trophy and Embroidery,
Marks Men Workforce.
Please support our sponsors that support us.
And we'll catch you on the radio 6 to 9 weekdays on Star 104.5.
Introducing luxury you won't have to sell the house for. The new Vale H6 from $29,990.